Yo sigo soñando que sigo trabajando en la planta.
Todos los que trabajamos aquí en Fundidora Monterrey, en esta empresa símbolo de Monterrey por la fabricación del acero, nunca se nos va a olvidar. O sea, seguimos siendo acereros, o sea, gente del acero.
En 1986, cuando cerró la fundidora, el golpe emocional para todos los trabajadores, para toda la gente que trabajó aquí, que fueron varios miles de personas, fue muy duro y muy difícil.
Y era tal emoción, tal impacto de ver todo tan callado, tan en silencio.
Posteriormente estuvo pues, cerca de 20 años totalmente abandonado. El daño que sufrió en todo este tiempo la estructura por la corrosión pues, fue tremendo. Era muy importante lograr que esta estructura se conservara.
We decided that we should do something about it. I always had a dream of making a science and technology museum here in Monterrey.
En el 2005 invitamos a una serie de firmas de arquitectura para que nos hicieran algunas propuestas para la construcción del Museo del Acero.
I'm never going to forget the very first moment we arrived on site. It was this quite majestic silhouette with this rusting, degrading industry. Everyone that we met had a relative that had worked in this factory. And I think we all felt this incredible sense of responsibility because of our desire to honor industry and to not eradicate the workplace of men and women.
Y el respeto a la estructura de tal forma por el diseño arquitectónico de Grimshaw, pues fue muy plano en las partes nuevas que se construyeron, fueron muy bajas precisamente para no competir con la estructura original.
It had great bones, it had great presence, it had great capacity to really tell the stories that a museum should tell. How might we adapt that structure and reuse it?
I think that's what makes this project special, you know, that it keeps the integrity of it, it respects the history, and it just brings it into the new century in a way that enhances its beauty.
As Grimshaw put it, we don't want to compete with this huge building, so let's make the architecture more on the inside.
Our approach was to house the historic content in an older part of the building where the history of steel was actually played out among these wonderful old rusty and riveted iron columns and beams. But then the steel gallery, which showed the newer applications of steel, would be in a modern addition to the building.
We were also very eager to make sure that we could showcase steel as a material with a great future and that could be reimagined in ways that might not normally occur to some visitors.
We actually used flat sheets of steel folded into this triangulated circular fan to create the roof structure. We're not aware of anywhere else it's being used in quite this way, and it was certainly a very exciting approach to explore with our structural engineers and created, a few raised eyebrows when we first suggested it.
We were very surprised when they showed us the roof of the steel gallery, which was like an origami, which we said, could this be built?
It actually turns out to be very efficient because the folding of the steel gives the roof really great stiffness.
Throughout the museum, you'll see, I think, quite remarkable feats of engineering.
The stair concept was to take a single helical element and span 7 meters between the ground floor and the upper floor with just 48 individual steps, nothing touching the sides. And this is a completely unique stair that has nothing quite like it elsewhere in the world. Then visitors move into what's called the cast hall, where their pyrotechnic furnace show simulates the blast furnace.
So there are these remarkable elevators that would bring the ore up to higher levels of the actual furnace. And they've been repurposed to allow people to travel the very same journey that the material would have traveled. Now you really can ascend to the very top, view the spectacular park.
Ya una vez que inauguramos el museo, pues realmente lo que vimos fue un gran impacto en la población, un impacto de asombro.
Todos los detalles que se han conservado muy bien. Yo estoy muy contento de todo eso que han hecho, muy contento.
Y el hecho de que mis hijos, mis nietos, hayan recorrido por aquí ya las unidades, me da mucha satisfacción.
Pues la verdad sí quería conocer el lugar del que tanto nos contaba.
Los nietos y los hijos se quedan sorprendidos de que el trabajador incluso llora de gusto de ver cómo todo esto se renovó y aquí está.
I think Horno3 really represents the true character of the city and its people. Architecture does more than beautiful building. It can weave into the social fabric and bring out special characteristics of it.
It was also, I think, one of the most enjoyable projects we've ever done because it felt like a truly team effort. And in the end, that makes such a difference to architecture and such a difference to the outcome.
Este lugar es mágico porque fue hecho para servir. Nació en 1900 para servir y de una manera ahora diferente, pero igualmente bella, sigue sirviendo.